Welcome everybody to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast, and in this video I'm going to give you my review for What If Season 2, Episode 9, What If Strange Supreme Intervene. My goodness, what an impactful season finale. I know What If Season 3 is just around the corner with the announcement they made recently. Let's get into this episode. I will go into minor spoilers, so just be warned. We start off straight away with a little explainer of what happened in the previous episode, What If the Avengers Assembled in 1602? And so we see that Strange Supreme, he meets up with Peggy, and he's basically saying he needs help, so she agrees. Then she's met by Kahori, which is cool, really reminiscent to the Quicksilver scene in Age of Ultron. I thought that was going to be Quicksilver at first. I should have known better. And yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know if this is the same Kahori from episode 6. I would imagine usually in these finale episodes, the characters that we know and were introduced will team up somehow. So it was really like a fun episode, straight to the action. They didn't really waste any time whatsoever. I could have seen that a mile away that Strange Supreme ended up being the villain, but you know, the fight was really good. I said in the last episode it was like really anime. This fight was really anime. Peggy, she had a great upgrade, which was really cool. I can't wait for a Hot Toys one day of her costume because that looked amazing. Kahori's really powerful and she's great as well. She speaks English perfectly as well too. The weird part from this episode though is there's a huge pacing issue. That's something to expect from What If. But besides that, it's also, there's a power imbalance. There were moments where Peggy was completely without any help and she was slapping the shit out of Strange Supreme. And sometimes Kahori really was the most powerful. I mean, Peggy with her suit and all was powerful, but Kahori was just a natural, and I don't know what's her limits. They showed more of her power sets in this episode, and she could do a lot. She could teleport people out of their own suits, like we've seen with Killmonger, teleport people to like a lot of people. At the same time, she's really powerful, projectiles, whatnot, whatever. So it's like seeing Kahori kind of, she rode shotgun, but Peggy had the steering wheel, and it was weird when Peggy was completely powerless besides her super soldier serum blood in her. But it's like really weird. I don't know. There was something weird about it, and you kind of have to suspend your disbelief, which is, you know, obviously, I mean, the whole show, you really had to suspend your disbelief. But I think an appropriate word for this episode is saying that it was really cool. It was a really cool episode. We do see a lot of Easter eggs. We see a lot of alternate versions of popular characters. We see zombie Wanda versus Kahori. I was thinking about that mashup in episode 6 and episode 8. I was like thinking, how would these two clash in the future? Again, we may see Wanda make a return in live action, and Kahori probably will see her again. I'm positive of it. I love this character. And yeah, I mean, it makes sense that Kahori will be there to help. I think a lot of things were really too convenient though. And the setup for that just seemed like, okay, here you go, now fight. And so it was just really just to have fun with it. The way it ended on a really nice note. It didn't leave any cliffhanger whatsoever, besides we do see the Yggdrasil tree. We see it, of course, that's the same one from Loki season 2 at the end. So we see it make a return. And I don't know why he showed Peggy that. Like, and here's the confusing thing too, because now I'm getting confused. Because we see the Watcher's point of view, the way how he could kind of look through the glass and look at these different possibilities. But now we also see the Yggdrasil tree. I don't know if that happened at the same time that Loki did what he had to do. And then we also have the Spider-Verse thing. I would think that that's in the same universe, or at least canon, but like separate, you know. So there's different interpretations of the multiverse, the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So it gets really confusing. So, I mean, I think that ending was just to tie in to Loki. Loki started the whole multiverse thing and to split the branch timeline and whatnot. And then we got What If, and that was a really cool concept. And now it ends with Loki, that tree, and I think there was something poetic about it. Well, funny enough, the next video I'm going to do is going to be the last video for the Lunch Table Podcast season 5. So, and we started with doing episode by episodes. I'll talk a little bit more about that later in my season 2 review of What If. So, but there was something that just completely matched. But now on paper, though, it's like weird. You know, it's a nice sentiment, but it's weird. I don't know. A lot of things were just like, just cuz. And I don't know. I can't really take a show seriously when it does that. But the episode was fun. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm asking for too much out of What If. So, yeah, but the episode was pretty fun. And I think that's the main takeaway. And I think that's something we really want from What If. We want to be entertained, and I surely was entertained, although I don't know what's going to happen with Strange Supreme in the future. I mean, that character kind of seems like he was killed off, so no stakes, plus it's kind of confusing what happened, a lot of contrived moments, but nevertheless, fun episode, fun epic battles, very fast pace. My rating for episode 9, season 2 of What If is going to be a 7 out of 10, solely just because I think a lot of things were just too convenient and didn't really make too much sense. But then again, hey, that is What If. And that is my review for What If, season 2, episode 9, now streaming on Disney+. Now, I will be doing, again, as I said, a season 2 review for What If, so stay tuned. Check out our playlist below. We have plenty of reviews. And yeah, this year is wrapped up. I just want to wish everybody happy holidays and a happy new year. And I hope everyone has the best of health, wealth, and happiness. I truly, sincerely mean that, because if you made it to the end, you're helping me accomplish my goals. You're helping me get one step closer to my dreams. I know it got serious, but I'm really sentimental with this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and as always, see you guys.